Hello, back once again with an old update. It's night time again because we're in the period of perpetual darkness. The PPD occurs once a year. Keith, it's very, very cold. You can can you see? It's like snow on stuff. Snow. Most of it's melted, but there's still some sticking around. It's below zero, which is why we really did. We felt the loss of hot water and central heating, but this morning restored. The boiler technician, JR, lovely man, came and he switched out my incredibly expensive brand new blower motor for the old, evidently ruined one that was inside the water heater, which is here. It's the old one, totally cactus, but I'm gonna hold on to it as like in the true hoarding spirit, and then let my heirs sort through the mess. Just, you know, what you do, isn't it? Just gather objects until you pass away and then let everyone else sift through your giant mountain of objects like a trash dragon. Hot water and central heating restored. Cool, huh? I also took the opportunity to like reconfigure this stuff in minor ways. So before, these brackets were just stuck to the plywood, so I attached them to a board so that this whole kind of unit up the top that you can see is now attached. And if I want to move this, I just have to unscrew the board, and I don't have to worry about unscrewing each individual bracket. Trust me, it's easier. So I just think it looks a bit neater now. Before, this thing was like a bit further in that direction, and this was like real snaky, this hose, and this one here was like bloop, like shooting off. So now, I don't know, I feel like there's a little bit more balance going on, but it's running like a charm. Upstairs is a lovely 62 degrees, and we are loving life again. The man finished his work at about 11:30 this morning, and it was about 15 minutes after firing this thing up successfully that it turned itself off because all of the water in it was up to temperature, which was amazing. I had a really long, really hot shower and felt really good about life. It was cool. Dried myself in front of my basement heater. So I keep my towel in front of the heater now, just to increase the likelihood that something's gonna like catch fire and burn my house down. I feel like, that's a joke by the way, but I do have, I have horrible visions of something here catching fire. It's usually the electrics, and all of the electrical in this building is new now, and it's up to like kind of contemporary code. So we should be safe on that front, but yeah, I keep my towel in front of the heater at a safe distance. The manufacturers recommend a minimum of 3 feet from the heater to any combustible item, and that's about 4 feet. So that's fine. And that means when I have my shower in the morning, my towel is toasty and super dry. So that's about it for the basement. Yeah. Hot water restored. All is not lost. Let's go upstairs. So that's major achievement number 1. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thanksgiving has come and gone. Very grateful for you all 15 to 20 of you that regularly tune into this. I love you. I love you very much. I know who most of you are, but I suspect there's some So mystery viewers, please, everybody comment on this video, and I'll have a bit of an idea. Even if it's anonymous, leave me some kind of creepy, weird comment under like an account that I have no idea who it is. That would tickle me. So it's nice up here now. I'm not wearing a scarf or a jacket to be inside my house, so nice and comfy. It's not super warm. I'm keeping the temperature at like a realistic kind of level. I've got it set to 62. Not sure what that is in Celsiuses. Maybe someone can figure that out and let us know how much that is in Celsiuses. But it's nice. It's like a very maintainable temperature, and I'm gonna keep like my other areas like a little bit warmer with the electric space heaters. I think that's a nice strategy. Rather than keeping the whole house like really warm, I'm just gonna like keep the whole house at a moderate temperature, and then keep the areas that I'm in the most really warm. Makes sense to me. So another achievement number 1, hot water unit, that occurred this morning. The achievements aren't in any particular order, by the way. Achievement number 2 was achieved a few days earlier. Sunday I completed achievement number 2, which is installation of the door. Check it out. So I did have the original door handle in it when I first put it in. I took some pics. But it's not practical because this only works from one side. So I could close it, you know, you want to have a door handle on both sides. So now I got these lovely glass doorknobs. Ooh. And I've got some, you kind of see the oval there, oval. That's where like it's called a door plate. That's where the door plate is going to go. I've got some on their way. They're beautiful. Found these incredible beautiful door plates on this really quite fancy hardware, like they do like cabinet hardware, doors, all sorts of like super high-end beautiful stuff, like light switches even, just lovely stuff. Found the perfect cover plates for these doors, ovals, really nice and simple, down from like $35 each to $7. Yeah. So I got like a dozen of them because I'm going to do all of my doors upstairs here in these lovely cover plates that I found. And it's going to be a massive value add. So anyway, back to the door. Door handle opens. This is actually the original lock set that came in the door. I just added the new handle to it, but I had to take the lock set out to reverse the little like the snib, the latch I guess you'd call it. Because it was this door was configured to swing the other way, so the snib was facing the other way, and you know what I mean. You want it to like catch like that. But check this out. Check out this. Just listen to the cleanliness of the affirmativeness of this close. It is just really nice. Okay, are we ready? That's nice. No bounce, nothing. So, what do? I built this frame. So I had to build the frame, the perfect size for the door. It's probably maybe a millimeter or two too big, but that's getting really nitpicky. It seals beautifully. I added this stop bead, which has a tiny little gasket on one face. Adds extra air and acoustic sealing, and the door closes against it beautifully. And yeah, you can see like the reveal could be a little bit smaller, but it's not so big that I can't seal it with that stop bead. So it actually seals really nicely. And then I have like a door snake on the other side just to stop the drafts. But the purpose of this door is to keep the warm air in here, in the spaces that are actually heated. I don't need to be heating my stairwell. So yeah, got a pot of soup on. Just had some corn chips. Keith's outside playing. He was playing with a mouse when I got home today. Came into my living room and there's him just like batting this poor little creature around. The mouse takes off and runs, and then Keith like runs after it. He was having a wonderful time. I kind of got sick of watching this happen, so I picked up the mouse, took it outside, and then I looked down at my hand, and my hand had blood on it, so the little mouse had suffered some wounds. I don't think it was long for this world, but hopefully Keith finds it outside and finishes it off, because that mouse was probably not going to live through the night, so as long as it gets to entertain my boy, all was not lost. So yeah, that's it. Happy birthday, David, and Peter, happy birthday, and Gabby, happy birthday. My 3 lovely siblings all have birthdays pretty close to each other. David's was the most recent, and he turned 30, which is a bit of a milestone. So everybody wish David happy birthday. And yeah, Thanksgiving was nice. It was very quiet. I didn't do much. I actually stayed in bed most of Thanksgiving Day. I had quite the hangover. Wednesday night was a big night. It was a lot of fun. I went to this party. I was invited by my workmate Paul to a party in a giant factory building that has been repurposed as like a kind of maker space downstairs where people rent areas of workshop, and just everyone's wildly creative and makes awesome stuff. And upstairs is just like this vast kind of parking level, just nothing but giant concrete columns, like 15, 20 feet. The volume in there was incredible. Had a jazz band, an open bar, and it was like, the thing was like, bring more booze than you think you could possibly drink, and you'd leave it with the bar people. So everyone did that. Everyone was just really generous, and so they were well stocked. And come 4 a.m, they were booting people out, me being among them. So I had a great time. It was a good weekend, but also productive. That's important. You got to have fun, but also be productive. But not too productive. And be productive for yourself. Fuck like making the man money. You know what I mean? Anyway, I won't get into proselytizing. Heat back on. Door installed. Oh, and here, until I've got a door that is suitable, I'm happy with this solution for now. The only thing with closing doors, like shuttable doors like that one, is that they stop Keith. Keith can't open doors. So I do want to have a door here eventually, but if I close this off to keep heat in this part of the house and cold in that part of the house, Keith can't get in there, and his room and his food and his water and his kitty litter are all in like other rooms in that part of the house. So I installed this lovely tapestry door. So it's like a lovely double curtain, and it actually closes really well. I sized it just about right. It kind of just drapes the ground, and it seals really nicely, I think. Looks good. So I kind of stapled it along the top and then down this edge, and so you just open that edge and walk through. I only go into that part of the house to like look for stuff in my storeroom, replenish Keith's facilities, or brush my teeth. So yeah, okay, love you guys, bye.